Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen slash living room slash dining room. It's kind of all the same thing in my house. I just really wanted to get on here and say that I really miss being just able to see everyone and worship as a gathered group of people. I miss weird things like handshakes. Just being able to say hi to people without being able to do that kind of stuff for 2 weeks gets you in a weird spot where I've just been spending a lot of time doing housework and learning how to cook. I cooked poached eggs this morning. That's impressive for me. And just a lot of TV, a little bit of Xbox, even though I can't really seem to get into that anymore. But I just want to get on here and just offer just a word of encouragement to everyone who may be listening. Because I've just been hearing, I've been on Facebook and the media and I guess the news and just listening to a lot of people telling us to stay inside, but not really telling us what to do after we're staying inside. Now we're just kind of all stuck. And maybe this is ending sooner for you than it is for me. But I know for me, I've got at least until April 10th where I'll be kind of doing this whole week-long in my house alone kind of thing. And so I just wanted to offer a word of encouragement, something that God's been telling me. And so I just wanted to bring this to you real quick. Isaiah is just a book that has been so cool in the way that it kind of brings about new light, and it really shows God's, I would say, just like a timeless aspect of him. He's just omnipotent, I guess. I just don't want to use big words, but just the fact that he can speak to us through any moment, any time, to any person in any place. And so Isaiah 26:20 says, "Come, my people, enter into your rooms and close your doors behind you. Hide for a little while until indignation runs its course." And so I just really wanted to bring this to you just real quick, just because I've heard a lot of people saying God's doing a brand new thing. And yes, I think that's true, but I don't think that this is the first time he's done something like this. I think maybe this is definitely the first time in any of our lives that he's done anything like this. But I wouldn't say that he's never done anything like this before. And so really what this leads to for me is I just really want to find a way for me to be intentional with this time that I have, just at home, kind of alone, when all the craziness is done and I've painted everything I can and fixed all the stuff I can do on my own, to just really be intentional. And really I just want to encourage everyone to just dive into your personal worship habits. Listen to worship music, read your Bible, journal, do whatever you can to really be intentional with the time, so that when this is over and when your time of isolation and seclusion and quarantine is over, you can be able to look back and know exactly what God taught you through it. And I think that'll be so cool if we can come back into a gathering spot and just be able to share what God has done in each of our lives individually. And I think not only will that make us stronger as individuals, but stronger as a church congregation. And so I'm just really, really excited that God is kind of teaching me to be more intentional just with personal worship habits. I know for me that's just listening to new worship music and diving into the lyrics and seeing what passage they're ripping this out of, and kind of applying it to my own life and seeing where that can go. And so I just really just want to push you, really want to just a slight little push. I just really want you to come out of this saying, I was intentional with the time I had, and I did the most I could to see the most that God had for me, and feel good about it. Don't feel like you wasted time, because that's the last thing that we need and we want, is that we never want to feel like we're wasting time. So don't allow yourself to. Just really press in and dive into your personal worship habits and really figure out what God is teaching you. So I just, thanks for listening if you listened, and just really appreciate you all, and love you, and hope you're doing really well, and from now on being super intentional. I just want to end with this simple blessing. I want to sing this over you and over your family and over your home and your land and your valley and wherever you live. I really believe that God is just starting some sort of revival, that something new is going to happen, and because God is amazing and we can never figure him out, but we always have this opportunity to dig more and more and more into him. And so really just dive into those personal worship habits and really figure them out for yourself and really push into them and come out of this with something to tell everyone. And so this is for just a simple blessing over you. Lord, send revival. Lord, send it now. A move of your spirit, heaven break out, and come now in power, and cover this land. And like you've done before, would you do it again? And Lord, send revival. Lord, send it now. A move of your spirit, heaven break out, and come now in power, and cover this land. Like you've done before, would you do it again? So Lord, send revival. Lord, send it now. A move of your spirit, heaven break out, and come now in power, and cover this land. And like you've done before, would you do it again? Lord, send revival. Lord, send it now. A move of your spirit, heaven break out, and come now in power, and cover this land. But like you've done before, would you do it again?